down there. That's when the cat winds up in the fucking tree because Kori's terrorized it all through the foliage and brush and shit. And then I gotta climb up in a ladder, okay, on obviously uneven terrain. And so as long as you don't let Kori around the back of the house, that's fine. And if you yourself personally want to walk down around the back of the house a little bit, that's fine. If you want to let Kori go into that bamboo patch on the corner of the house, even though it is beyond the boundary of the back of the house, I don't care. I just don't want her going down the hill around the back of the house towards my space and terrorizing the cat. That's all I'm saying, dude. If you want to let her go shit in that bamboo patch, you want to walk around, fine. But the only confusion is you came up literally from around the back of the house, and Kori happened to come running up simultaneously. And so I thought that Kori was back there with you, like basically down there. Okay? If you want to let, just as I said, fine. Bamboo patch, fine. You want to walk down a little bit around the back of the house, fine. Just don't let Kori go down the pathway towards my space and the cat. That's it. Okay? And literally, dude, I wasn't making presumptions. I based my fucking assessment of the situation based on the fact that I literally did not see you, and I watched you walk up from around the corner of the back of the house, and I figured you were back beyond the boundary of the back of the house. And assuming, because Kori simultaneously came running up right there to the fucking door, that she was with you, and so she's down there potentially terrorizing the cat. It was not an unreasonable, presumptuous assumption. It was fucking based on my visual and present time reality. And so that's all I was trying to speak with you about, Chuck. And yet you want to fucking not spend a few minutes just airing that out, and you want to like shut me down. So what's up in that for you, man? That you feel the need to like basically tell me, no, I'm not willing to talk to you even for a few minutes. That is not cool, dude. This house, right? I have my own living space, but this house is my house. This is, you know, I fucking put all the work and the fucking, what I make from your rent, I literally am trying to provide a service of affordable rent in an area where that has been obscenely exploited and left people unable to afford decent housing. This is a decent, nice place to live. Whatever its shortcomings are, however imperfect I may be, this is a nice place to live and be, man. And dude, good luck. Go on Craigslist, Facebook, wherever the fuck you want, and find a place to live for $275 a month. Not just for your room, but to have access to the home and everything else. Dude, I am being really... Dude, that master bedroom is super nice. It's all new. It's all maple flooring, brand new fucking bathroom. Dude, there are people renting the equivalent of that in Nashville for $650, $700 a month. Okay? I provided for $375 to Melissa. Right? So I'm just saying, man, be respectful of that with me a little bit, man. I'm grateful for everything, all the ways that you've helped me. I'm really thankful that you were willing to give me the rent money a day early today. Very helpful, and I'm grateful. But man, also look at what I'm like, what I'm managing here, and it is like not only about what I make in terms of my return on this financially in terms of rent, it's a fraction of the amount of money I've actually invested, let alone literally, dude, literally thousands of hours of skilled labor, right? I'm only really getting a fraction back of what I put up front, monetarily and labor-wise for the past 10 years, okay? So I'm not some fucking slumlord who's like basically living off of somebody else's rental space. I'm somebody who honestly cares about people and wants to provide an affordable, decent living place, that's a good place to be. And I want to feel respected and understood in terms of certain boundaries that are important for me. And I want to be respectful of you and everyone else who lives here of what their particular boundaries may be. But also understanding that I am the primary caretaker, and I don't even like to use owner because I don't like to look at it. I'm not a landlord. I'm somebody who's trying to provide affordable housing. I'm not a landlord. And I don't want to call myself even an owner of my land. I look at myself literally, genuinely as a steward. And I'm willing to share. In spite of the fact that, to be honest, for what I make in this fractional return on my fucking labor and money investment, it is a real pain in the ass sometimes, dude, to fucking rent to people, man. And it's not just you, but I got to rent to 2 other people. Fucking listing it and going back and forth and emailing and talking and then just interpersonal dynamics with complete and utter strangers. And I have super flexible terms in terms of a lease, time, you know, it's super simple, dude. Far less than what most so-called rental agencies or landlords require. And so it can be a real pain in the ass to fucking be willing to continue to offer affordable, decent housing to people and have harmonious, cooperative, good relationships with people, man. It demands a lot of me. The physical maintenance is significant, and then the emotional and psychological investment and fucking interplay that goes on is really significant, brother. And so I ask you to be mindful of that because you've already been here a good long while. We've bumped head a few times. We've worked through it in a really good way. And I totally appreciate you and care about you and value you, both as a human being and as a renter. But I want you, especially if you're looking at, like, it's probably going to be at least 6 months. If you put your land seeking thing on hold, it's going to be minimum of 6 months to a year, man, before you're in a position to find something that you really feel good about and you're willing to invest in, and it gets done and it's habitable, and then for you to move into it. So, dude, I'm totally receptive and grateful because I don't have to worry about renting this room and going through that whole process. So, dude, I want you to be here, and it looks like you want to be yourself. And so let's just resolve, that's probably the last thing, to be honest, Chuck, is the boundary with the dog and the dog hair thing, right? And because other than that, we primarily live in peace, right? So I think you already totally understand about the dog thing. In terms of the dog hair, which continues to be significant even though you've been vacuuming regularly, which I'm grateful for. So this is what I want to ask from you in terms of that, is to vacuum twice a week. The dog hair from Kori actually accumulates in a couple of days, but if you're willing to vacuum twice a week, I will do the sweeping and everything else. That's what I'm asking for you in terms of maintenance on the house, because we do share a house too. Remember that. It's not just your room. I do a lot in terms of maintaining the broader space that we're living in, and it can be a little overwhelming at times, man. Okay? And I can build up some resentments about it. Like, goddamn, why can't they or he or whatever fucking dust this, or like, hey, catch that. You know what I mean? But here's what and I feel like it's totally fair. If you're willing to vacuum twice a week, I will take care of the remainder of the housekeeping in the house. Whether I do it myself or I ask Melissa to contribute or Derek to contribute a little bit, that's all I'm asking you, to vacuum twice a week. And you can do it whatever time and whatever day works best for you. Okay? No expectations, no like, hey man, you're supposed to vacuum on Tuesday and it's Thursday, right? You have your schedule and your life, and I totally trust you to be in integrity with that. And so, could we just simply agree to that and consider this resolved, even though it's ran over 5 minutes? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, brother. And hey, you see, I finally put that board down. I found the perfect board finally.
Good.
It took me a bit. I didn't want to try to make a board that I had work when it really wasn't the right one. And I didn't want to buy something new because I knew if I like looked around a little bit, I could probably find something. So you can see I finally did. So is that okay for you?
Sure.
The shower? Yeah, it's working all right, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Man, so you notice the water pressure in the kitchen sink there, super low, right?
Yep.
Isn't it strange? Because it's fine back here.
Yep.
So anyway, I guess it is what it is, but I'm looking at maybe replacing some of that tubing underneath and making it bigger and seeing if that helps. But it might be a few weeks.
Okay.
All right.
Later.
So hey man, I'm only gonna probably be up here like maybe another hour or so. I'm doing this because I'm cooling off in the middle of the day, and I like because the humidity is so oppressive right now. But I want you to know that it'll be quiet, by dark, at least.
All righty.
Okay.
See ya.
All right.